We do both the transactional side of the business and we do the dispute resolution or litigation side of the business. Most of our work is focused on entrepreneurial ventures, often in construction, real estate, securities, high tech, and other startup ventures.
And our vision as a firm is to maximize financial reward and personal satisfaction by helping people resolve their challenges in a caring, creative, and cost-sensitive way. That's who we are. Right? And all of our employees can, by the way, recite that word for word. Right? We do it every week in our meetings. And I like to think we do that because we do actually believe it. I can say that because of the place where I work, I've gotten to argue in front of the Washington State Supreme Court, and I've gotten to argue in front of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals and things like that. And those are exciting. And as a lawyer, that's kind of what you always dream of, right? But the times that I am far more proud of, the most proud of, are the times when I have gotten to visit a client in an hour of need. When I've gotten to go to a hospital bed and meet with someone who needs me right then and there. Or I've been on the phone with somebody later into the night because they needed me right then and right there. And when I come away from that experience and they express to me their gratitude, I know that what I'm doing makes a difference in the world. And that, I hope, is what you know about us, is that that's the kind of people we want to be. That's the kind of lawyers we want to be. And that's the kind of members of your team that we want to be.
People have asked me, what are you most known for? And I think our firm is most known for being business divorce attorneys. In fact, it's a phrase we coined. And to me, a business divorce attorney is very similar to a divorce attorney in a family law situation. Our primary objective is to try to help them resolve their situation. But if they can't, it's to help them separate in a way that makes them successful, hopefully the other side successful to the extent they can be, but most importantly, allows that relationship to part ways in a way that ultimately everybody can be happy.
My favorite thing about Romero Park is really the individuals, the people that work at Romero Park. They're all very friendly, fun to talk to, energetic, just good people that listen and that have your best interest at heart.
We had an employee, he was the head of one of the stores, he's a store manager, and he was awful. He didn't do well financially, the store was a mess, the employees hated him. I went in and witnessed him screaming at employees in front of customers like he just was a nightmare. Won't give you his name, because that would be on film. And but he just hung around forever. We couldn't really figure out how to term him. So we finally think we've got it. We go in, we terminate him. Poor Troy doesn't know. He comes in on the tail end of a bad termination job. And it's what I call a right termination gone bad, gone wrongful, because we did such a bad job. We didn't prepare, we didn't have our talking points prepared, and we just didn't do a good job. So move forward a bit, and we're in court. I will tell you that the reason it changed me is because of Troy, because he never did anything. He was not judgmental about how horrible we did. He was kind, he was thoughtful, he was graceful. He never lost composure when I was on the brink of tears half the time. And I learned a lot about HR and how not to do things. But mostly I learned how to be a better person, and that was all because of Troy. So thank you.
But they actually do look at your individual situation and listen to your concerns and preferences and then form a strategy that meets your personal needs.
Troy has always been, he's not just there for when we have battles, he was always my sounding board for contracts, HR, you name it, I'd always consult with Troy. And so as this merger opportunity came in, I made sure that Troy went through all the details of both the employment agreement, the merger agreement. Justin got involved at times, and we did a pretty good job of making sure our contract was pretty solid. And fast forward a little bit further, we had conflict with the company that I sold to. Troy did a great job. We won that battle too. hopefully the last of my battles, but we'll see. I never been in litigation until you start a business and you grow that business. It seems like once you hit a certain size, everyone wants a piece of you. And from customers to vendors, and you really have to watch your back. But in summary, what I find about Troy and Romero Park is, when you start a business as a entrepreneur, you need to have good consultants, people you could go to make sure things are going to be right, contracts, HR, all those things I explained earlier. And it's hard to find. It's hard to find that key consultant or firm that's going to always watch your back and be there for you. And I found that in Romero Park. But more importantly, I found a friend. And Troy has become a great family friend, and I really appreciate what he does for us.
Romero Park's clients are some of the most wonderful people I know. They are passionate about what they do. Most of them are very entrepreneurial in nature, whether they work for a big company or a small startup. They tend to be very energetic, go-get-em types, which is just like us. And I think that's why we have a good fit.